Welcome back, friends. My name is Zephyr, and in today's stream, we're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy IX playthrough. So, I might have played with some of the channel point ideas yesterday. Kind of got some new things figured out, so I hope you all are excited. So, as always, I'm incredibly excited. One of my favorite games ever. Let's jump right back into it. And I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day always. Staying safe out there. Hope you're just having a solid day. It's the weekend, right? Is today Saturday? Holy crap, today is Saturday. Man, where did this entire week go? All right. Woo. It's the weekend. Not the weekend for me. I still gotta work, but weekend for a lot of people. All right, let's see here, my friends. What do we got? Mog? Kupo? Kupo. Thanks again, Mogme says. Now we can go on our honeymoon. Oh yeah, this was... I remember saving here yesterday. Climb those branches up there, you're in for a bad time. I want mail. It's dangerous outside Kupo. It is. It's a day, you fool. What even is this area called? Popo's Height. I think it's so interesting, so cool, that in Final Fantasy IX, just like pretty close early in the game, you kind of get a look at one of the best grinding spots in the game. All those grand dragons, and they're like instant kill attacks. All right, Gizmaluke's Grotto. Ugh. All right. Ba-ba-da-ba. No, I think we need the bell, right? I won't even budge. Slock. Bell, 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 bell. There's gonna be a bell somewhere. Oh, random encounter time. Hey, Carrion, good morning. How you doing today? What you up to today? Oh, I got like no health. Ooh, I probably should have used the tent. Ooh. But how's your day going though? Having a pretty solid start? Well, it might not even be a start for you. Might be getting close to the end. Day went well. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Do you do anything exciting today? Do any work? Just kind of hang out? Play any cool games? Anything exciting kind of going on? Oh my goodness. Zidane, why do you keep defending? You fool. See, it's evening now though. Probably having cracking open a beer or something, right? Just kind of relaxing, hanging out. Gain more attack power. Okay, let's try to not defend this time. See, just playing a bunch of games. What games you playing? Anything like super exciting? And made spaghetti for lunch. Ooh, that sounds very filling. I haven't had like solid spaghetti in a while. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. What is going on here? This is one of those you blink and miss it battles. PV, run, my man. What? What? How? 10 minutes into the stream and we die right away. What in the world? Good morning, One Heart. How you doing today? You're playing Crisis Core, Witcher 3, and Animal Crossing? I'm assuming not at the same time, right? Oh, damn, right? What even was that? I, like, blinked and died. I think a big thing is I should probably use a tent. I think I saved yesterday right here, and then forgot to like heal up. Crisis Core really good. I've never played Crisis Core, but I really, really, really want to. Everyone says really great things about it. Well, a lot of people say really good things about it. Some people I've heard don't like it too much, but it looks pretty cool. I feel like it's one of those games, and I don't have a PSP, and it's not on any emulator or like on the PS4 or anything. So I feel like it would be something I'd probably watch someone stream, you know? It is, I don't want it to end. Gives a lot of good backstory to 7. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I know I've seen some stuff online or like on YouTube where people kind of put all the cutscenes together. Maybe I should like watch that. It's like 4 or 5 hours long. Gives a lot of cool backstory to Final Fantasy VII. A lot of stuff with like Zack, right? And Sephiroth and Genesis. I guess it would be, I mean, seeing more of Sephiroth, seeing more of Zack and all them wouldn't be a bad thing. Let's see. That'd be good enough too. Yeah, I definitely think it's one of those games I would probably watch like the cutscenes of, or like someone live stream it, I bet. That'd be a ton of fun. I imagine with Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out, they probably have quite a few people streaming it. It's interesting seeing the stats of... Oh my goodness. This is one tough boss. Oh my goodness, Zidane. What was that? What is going on right now? It's like a little boss battle right here. Maybe I should keep jumping to get out of Zidane's way. Let's see. Confusion, I think. Oh, yeah. We're, like, massively confused. Okay. I think we got Zidane back, so we can actually throw some power at him. Shift break? Let's try it. So, Carrion, how are you pretty close? Oh, my goodness. Really? What is this confusion? Are you pretty close to playing Final Fantasy VII Remake? Are you going to play it after, like, Crisis Core, you think? It's really, really good, honestly. I really liked it a lot. I liked it a lot more than... I was so nervous about it coming out. Because I was just like, there's so many things Square Enix could mess up, you know? But they did a really, really solid job, I'll say. I need to wait for the PC version. Gotcha, gotcha. I can only imagine... Yeah, I think we talked about this before, because you don't have a PS4, right? I cannot wait just to see the graphics and stuff on PC. Yeah, she just like one-shotted that thing. Yeah, I cannot wait to see the graphics of Final Fantasy VII Remake on a PC, because there's some weird texture things, you know? Nothing like crazy, but like there's some weird pop-ins kind of in Remake a little bit. Yeah, Freya's definitely OP though. That spear attack just like destroyed it. You know, I'm realizing like we don't have Garnet in our party, and we don't really have like any healing magic, you know? So it's pretty much like items or nothing. And I think the only place really to buy items right now is in the gate area. Man, my headset just died. Like the battery died on it, or like died, like crash. Like the mic went out or something? We should probably just try to steal. Or is not gonna heal us. Actually, I think Ore does heal us, doesn't it? Or... Oh, it does heal us. Okay. Are you using like a headphone headset? Ooh. Bum 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 bum. Yo, Rage, how's it going, my friend? I'm doing pretty solid, man. What about you, dude? What you up to today, man? Died, I think the fob. Oh, the dongle. Oh man. Oh, dude. Was it like headphones? I think is the better word. Morning. Oh, dongle's the better word. Yeah, I got a MacBook Pro with USB-C ports, so I am well aware of the dongle life myself. Let's see. Also, no Queena? Can we get Queena yet? I thought we'd get Queena after this. They are the Corsair Void Pros. Oh. Corsair usually makes really solid products. 3 p.m. here for me, but morning to you guys. I think everyone else, it's afternoon time for us, so sorry. Oh no, dude, if I totally forgot about getting Queen right here. Thank you. She's like legit missable. She's like legitimately missable. Wow. I totally spaced on that. Good call, my friend. Good afternoon. I thought you could have Queen when you are here. We're getting Queen right now, so. Q's Marsh. Yeah. That's where our Mogster friends are at, right? Good call. I totally would have continued on and not even realized it. You want to learn from me too? I just need directions. You want to go to Burmecia, it's further north. On the world map you can use to confirm. Remember, you have to go through Gizmaluke Grotto at the base mountain to get to Burmecia. I need to get my fork-eating friend, you know? Oh, man. We just kind of chilling out today, Rage? Nothing too exciting going on? Are you gonna do any, like, streaming at all later? Aqua Breath. Wait, I think that's like an enemy skill, right? Fork-eating friend. Good one. I still got, if anybody wants to claim a name for Queena, it is on the table. Ooh, yeah, he just like one-shotted that thing. Insomniac. No streaming today. Always have my son on weekends, so chill with him. Nice. Sahajin. Honestly, streaming every single day. I've kind of thought about like what it would be like to have a day off, you know? But yeah, having those days to just chill with family is like so important. So I'm happy for you, man. I hope you have an awesome day, dude. Just kind of hang out, chill, watch TV. Hungry frogs. Hungry. Let's see. Hungry. All these froggies, man. That's like their favorite delicacy. Just frogs. Man, sometimes like walking around on these pre-render backdrops are so weird. It's like where you want to go and where the map lets you go is two totally different things. Ooh, Master Ku? Ku clan member. We Kus. Is that how you pronounce it? Ku? Ku? We Kus. Oh, that's just weird to say. We Kus have big frog eaters. Frogs give much energy. Much energy. Man, I totally forgot that Queen was like missable right here. So I mean, technically, could you go through the entire game and like not even use Queen at all? Bum. Sedaten caught a frog. You got a frog. I didn't even know you could miss Queena. I guess I just walked right past the marshes and didn't even realize it. Frogs, very good. Who the heck are you? Me? Alright. If anybody would like to rename Queena, absolutely are totally able to do so. Got some channel points, so if anybody wants to. 70 to 90. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. 70 to 90 years old. And dominant on both hands. Very interesting. The Q tribe. Q. Would be interesting to see how the later interactions panned out by missing this early recruitment. That would be an interesting playthrough. Like, just not getting Queena at all. And just seeing, yeah, all those different interactions. Especially marrying Vivi, right? Like, marrying Vivi is one of the best parts of the game. You gotta marry Vivi. Alright, my friends. We think we're gonna stick with Queena? Think we're sticking with Queena? You can, like, hear all the bugs and chirps and stuff in the background. I can hear them on my headphones. Alright, we're sticking with Queena, my friends. Man, look at that tongue. Look at that outfit. So unique. I really, man, where do they get the inspiration for this kind of like artwork? It's very like Studio Ghibli kind of feel, like in a really cool way. That tongue is ridiculous. Queena, do you want this frog? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. All right, here. Yay! Queena received a frog. Mine, mine. You pathetic Queena. Can't feed yourself. Is that like a mustache she has? That has to be a mustache. Why is this scene making me hungry? Are you hungry for frogs? Can't master art of eating, just chasing frogs. Queena. So yeah, when I was no, when I went to Florida, my wife and I tried frogs, like frog legs. They were very rubbery. They were rubbery, yeah. I mean, they were cooked decent. Yeah, they were interesting taste. Can't master art of eating, just chasing frogs, Queena. But, master, frogs very good. Frogs here best, better than Alexandria's. Queena, you in darkness, need some light. World big place, many, many foods. Alexandria just one kingdom. You need go out more, eat other food. Go out into world? Sounds scary. Are there yummier frogs outside? Of course, many good frogs. All Qs love frogs best. Eating frogs is key to growth. Q marshes exist all over the world. Go eat frogs in other marshes, I promise. You get much learning. Traveler, please show Queen of the World. Anywhere with food is good. You want me to take him with us? Wow, and you can even say forget it. Like, you can legitimately just miss Queena. So interesting. Why not? Will I find yummier frogs outside? There's plenty of stuff in the world that tastes better than frogs. Really? Really? Okay, I go with you. Queena is Queena like the crazy? I feel like Queena has to be like the craziest character design, maybe like since Kate Sith, right? Kate Sith? Yeah. I mean, but in Final Fantasy VI, I guess you literally can get an abominable snowman for a character. So, what was his name in Final Fantasy VI? The abominable snowman, Umbra. think it was Umbra. It's so weird. That is one thing, honestly, about Final Fantasy VI I would draw just a little bit of criticism on, is so many of the characters are great, but they just add like, there's like 2 or 3, maybe 4, just too many characters. There's like too many characters in Final Fantasy VI. Like there's what, like 14 playable characters or something? There's a lot. There's a lot in 6. What's up, Vivi? Maybe I should get this on Steam to play without Queen. That would be super interesting to see. That man looks exactly like my grandpa. Grandfather? Ooh, that quail guy? Yeah, maybe he knows my grandpa. I'm gonna go talk to him, Zidane. I really am curious, like, what a playthrough would be like without Queena. What wrong? Something on my face? Do you know a man named Quan? I not know that bigot. I love how he says he doesn't know that person, but then also calls him a bigot. So, obviously there's some feelings there. Grandpa Quan was a bit strange, but how do you know him? I no can answer. Grandpa Quan looks exactly like you, Mr. Qual. Qual? Quail. I feel like quail. Yeah, we'll say, what do you think, Qual or quail? I think that looks like a quail. Yo, Nero, how you doing, my friend? Watching you and Jake play these makes me want to play them again. Dude, they're really, really solid games, honestly. They're so much fun. And I love that they're just so pace-oriented. Like, you can go as fast or as slow as you want to, you know? So, yeah, dude, they're great. They're great. So after a quick Google, Queena is optional until a certain part of the story, after which you need to go recruit Queena to progress. Really? What part of the story does she become, like, necessary to have, and you have to have her? Maybe before you go to the other continent? Super fascinating, super fascinating. Do you stream at all, Nero? Do you think you'd want to play any of these, like, Final Fantasies and stream them? Of course, we from same tribe. Really don't know him? No, I not know this Quan. Honestly. That's too bad. Let's go, Vivi. Okay. Yeah, you can only find the tunnel to go there with Queena. Interesting. So you can pretty much do everything up until you need to go to the continent. Super interesting. I mean, knowing that, though, knowing that you have to have Queena to progress, honestly, almost makes it a little bit more foolish to not have Queena in the as early as possible, because then you're missing out on the opportunity to, like, level her, you know, get some additional abilities. So, Queena. Man, this artwork. I love the artwork in the remaster. They look so much better. Plus the tongue, man. The tongue. Okay. Rocking the almighty 4K with High Tide. Queena. And Queena learns all the blue magic, right? Or even some items you do not get in certain locations if you don't have Queena. What? Really? Certain locations if you don't have Queena in the early game. Super interesting. I wonder what ones. Allows you to trance faster. Let's see. I used to think the holes in Freya's hats were her eyes. Holy crap, I so did too. Holy crap, I totally did too. Yeah. Wow. Good catch. Wow. I was the same. Very interesting. I feel like Zidane's and Vivi's look pretty identical, but yeah, I almost wonder, honestly, if the artwork is completely like touched up for Freya, or if it's like a different portrait of her. Oh, and then Queena can catch frogs. Right. Zidane, can I catch frogs? Sure, just for a little while. Oh, I know there's like a strategy to the frogs, right? I think you want to catch... do you want to catch like the big ones and leave the small ones? Because if you catch too many, they won't repopulate. Keep adult... Oh, male. Gotcha, gotcha. So do we got... I think we got to keep one male and one female, right? Frogs captured. 1. Keep golden frog? What do you think, Rage? Should we keep the golden frog? Or should we get rid of golden frog? Let's see. God, I love this. I love this music so much. This might be like guilty pleasure Final Fantasy IX music, honestly. Keep it. So the items you miss are in... Ooh, trophy earned. Going for the gold. Nice. Let's see. So the items you miss are in Cleara. 2 chests you can't get without Queen, and they contain magician's shoes. Ooh, and a silk robe. Those are the only ones, but I still would rather have them than not. Yeah, and I think you can like synthesize or like buy those later. But yeah, we probably want to get those like right away, right? Dude, this is like the... This is some music right here. You working hard, Queena. Oh, was that it? You come far along. Way of Gourmand. Gourmand. I give you this. What do you give us? Received an ore. Oh yeah, we gotta get 99, I think, right? Catches 99 frogs. Quail will appear to praise Queena, saying... Nothing else to teach, and Queena is now on their own. Challenges the party for a boss battle as the final test is... Yeah, Queena's ultimate weapon. The Gastro Fork. Woo! Let's see. Frog growth is time-based. Each marshes handle them different. Let's see. So, I got a question. Can we literally catch all of the frogs? Can we catch every single one, and then they will still repopulate? Or do we need to leave a couple? It is... Oh, here we go. It is best to always leave a male and a female behind. I wonder why. One should not... Wait, what? One should not catch the golden frog unless wanting for it to respawn at a different marsh. One should not leave a group of frogs of the same gender alone with us. One should not leave a group of frogs of the same gender alone with a single frog of the opposite gender. Very interesting. So don't leave like 1 boy frog and like 8 female frogs. Apparently in Frog World it doesn't work that way. One should not leave a single gender group behind. One can save before entering and reset if there are fewer frogs than expected. Oh! Frequent marsh visits stunt frogs' growth. Ooh, very interesting. Alright. So pretty much we just gotta leave a couple. Alright. Thank you, Master Quell. I train more. Just up to frog catching, you know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I ever have gotten Queena's ultimate weapon, the Gastro Fork. I feel like I must have at one point. Catching 99. Keep it. All right. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? A female. We will... Keep it. You're working hard, Queena. You come far along way of gourmand. I give you this. Ether. Thank you, Master Quail. I train more. Training hard or hardly training? Alright, we'll let it go. Because we need to have at least... Yeah, we need at least one female and one male. And there's only 3 of them, so... Actually, I hope one of them's a male. This is, like Froggy health class here. Oh. Had enough, Queena? I catch some more. The way Zidane's head just drops is hilarious. Oh, can we get this one? Oh! Not quick enough. We need some kind of, like, silent shoes or something to run around and not disturb them. Okay. We got a male. Okay. We'll let it go. So, yeah, we have at least... 1 male and 1 female, so we're good. They'll produce the tadpoles. Had enough, Queena? I done catching. Bum 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 bum. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot. I just imagine the trying to imagine kind of like Bart Simpson's voice. Gosh, bro, sure know a lot. I love the overworld map, just like how small the villages and the areas are compared to the actual characters. It looks so ridiculous by today's standards, but it's still adorable, I think. I don't mind it at all. It's probably such a nostalgia thing. Like how big the characters are compared to everything else is so ridiculous. But I don't mind it at all. Bum bum bada bum bum bum. Let's see, where are we at? I think this is Burmecia. Or that's Gizmalux. That's Burmecia. Okay. Bum ba dum ba da bum bum. Did you end up 100%ing this at all, Rage of Bush? I wonder what the requirements for 100%. Oh, I think to get 100% though, you need 1,000 jump ropes, right? Stuff like that would just ruin it for me, I feel like. If I was trying to go for 100%, you know? Whoever thought it was a good idea to make an achievement or a trophy or whatever and make you do 1,000 of those jump ropes. No, I'm not a big fan of them. Bum, bum, bum. I just love look at the texture of the water, just how it like spills out into the ocean. PS1 graphics, but they look, I mean, I think that looks, wow, that actually looks pretty cut off right there. Wow. The texture looks pretty cool though. You know, as weird 3D as it is, I honestly just love PlayStation 1 graphics like this. Like if the PlayStation 1 could output at 1080p, this is pretty much what it would look like, you know? Yeah, only so much they can do up to that point. And it looks like arguably bad, but I love it. Like, I mean, and even if you look at the squares down there, like the squares of the landscape, you can see like the actual pixelated squares of like each section. But it's so fascinating. Definitely, I mean, it looks bad by today's standards, but like I think in its own artistic way, it still looks really cool and great. I love the mountains. I like the beaches. Man, and I think the This just looks so much better compared to 8. Like, the character models, I think, in 8 probably look better than 9, but the world in 9 definitely looks better than 8. The overworld in 8 was, like, terrible. Like, the mountains were deformed, and... yeah. Plus, this music, man. Alright, Burmecia. We're heading to Burmecia. Holy crap, yeah, like, so Queen's Marsh is, like, literally on the path to Burmecia, so... I guess I was just a fool and missed it. Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Oh, I think tents do not restore all of your MP, right? Is that a thing? Restores HP and MP. Or do they restore them all? Let's check. I feel like I just used a tent and Vivi didn't get all of his MP restored. Bum, bum, bum. Let's check. Call me anytime, Kupo. Nope, it doesn't restore at all. Very interesting. Very interesting. Undead Killer. Ooh, level up. This is like the best one to get. I feel like this is definitely the skill you want to get just right away. I don't know about cover, though. Alright. I think we'll just save real quick and then we'll go bust some Gizmo-Luke butt. Do you have any particular favorite towns or like cities in this game at all, One Heart or Carrion? I love like Lindblum. Lindblum's really, really cool, but Trino's pretty cool. There's like a lot of really cool areas here. Even like Burmecia. I don't know, there's like a lot of really cool areas in this game. Lindblum, the festival was fun. Festival was pretty cool. I love that freaking Zidane decided to sign Vivi up without him actually wanting to. Yeah, and Freya killed it. Yeah, the festival is pretty cool. It really reminds me of, oh, what do you call it? The, like, Rage of the Bulls? Is that it? That happens in Spain? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the bull thing in Spain where they let all the bulls loose. It very much reminds me of that. Alright. Yeah, and Quina does like some weird percentage-based damage. Do you like the way they do magic with Quina? How like she can be the most powerful character or the least powerful character? Because Quina can literally attack and do 20 damage and then the next attack do like 1,000 damage. I think it's pretty... I kind of like it. It's very unique and very luck-based. Oh, yeah. Doing that victory dance, girl. I didn't really like Quina, to be honest. So didn't use her. Quina is... yeah. Quina definitely is like the Kate Sith of Final Fantasy IX, you know? I will say, though, I do like the blue magic, like the enemy skills and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. And the varied attacks are pretty interesting. It makes it, like, really interesting to use Quina. Let's see. But yeah, if I had, like, all the characters to pick from... I don't know if I'd have Queen on my party. At the very end game, do you have like favorite party members? I definitely feel like Garnet. because of white magic, and Vivi because of black magic, Zidane because of, well, you always pretty much gotta have Zidane. Anyways, Amarant's pretty cool too. I feel like Eco, I'm not super crazy on. Freya's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd probably have Freya. Vivi, Freya, Garnet, Zidane. Amarant is pretty cool though. Vivi, Zidane, Freya, Amarant, Dagger. Great minds think alike, right? This is like a legit mini boss at the very beginning of the game. This thing like just destroys. There's that 33 attack. Ooh, ooh, raw, raw. Bum, 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 bum. Do you have a favorite Final Fantasy villain at all? What is your favorite Final Fantasy villain? What are your thoughts on Kuja? I feel like Kuja is so... I'm not crazy about Kuja at all, honestly. I think Kuja is interesting. I'm excited to kind of like relearn the story of the game, because it has been a long time since I played the game. But I just don't remember really liking Kuja too much. But I mean, if we're talking Final Fantasy villains, I got an opinion, but I'm curious what your opinion is. I actually didn't understand him as a boss until I watched a full breakdown of him. I don't blame you. Honestly, I think I've played this game like 3 or 4 times, and I still some stuff that goes over my head for sure. Do you have a favorite Final Fantasy villain though, One Heart? I like Kuja though. He seems like he just had an unfortunate circumstances. No, I agree for sure. I feel like the final boss at the end, what, like is it Necron? Is so weird. It's like literally just kind of coming out of nowhere. Things get a little murky at the end in this game. It's like literally 99%, and then that final 1% just knocks you upside the head. If we're talking favorite Final Fantasy villains, I mean, I feel like, at least in my opinion, Sephiroth. It's got to be Sephiroth, hands down. And then very incredibly closely followed by Kefka. Kefka, and honestly, the only reason I'm saying that is because I've played way more Final Fantasy VII than I have Final Fantasy VI. But I bet if I was one of those people that grew up playing Final Fantasy VI more than 7, it would absolutely be Kefka. Kefka is like the Joker of the Final Fantasy universe, and I love it so damn much. I like Ardyn's backstory the most. Ardyn is Final Fantasy 15, right? Yeah, 15. Honestly, I don't know anything about the villain in Final Fantasy 15. I'm excited. Gotta play his DLC to understand him. I'm excited to replay 15. I'm just hoping my copy of 15 is like, because I have the day 1 edition. But I've heard it's been like super updated. So it's like kind of a different game than what I played right when it came out. So I don't know if it's like through free updates or I have to buy DLC or the Royal Edition for it, but yeah, I'm definitely I'm gonna play 15. We're gonna play 15 together. We're gonna play 13 together too, and it's gonna be a ton of fun. My favorite boss is probably 12's boss, like your, like the bad guy. 12, it's the judges, right? It's like the judges who, man. So is it weird is it odd that I've played these Final Fantasy games so many times, but like those very last moments, I feel like in all the Final Fantasy games, like the very last scenes, they do some kind of philosophical or time travel or something just like so over the top. Like Final Fantasy games always do this. And then at the very end, I'm left like pondering my head like, I just played the whole game and I feel like I don't even understand what happened. I totally feel that about 9's ending. I mean, even a bit of 10, like the way they did the whole dream sequence. You know, 8's whole thing, I felt the need to like, yeah, I feel like I need to replay this already. Yeah, and what's his name, brother? Yeah, like, it's not Gabranth, right? Check the soldier's body. Sorry about that. Oh, wait, did he have 2 bells on him? I don't think he's carrying anything else. Did he hand us a bell and then he had a second bell on him? How did I not do that? Let's do... Ring the bell. The bell in your hand and the doorbell are ringing. The bell in your hand shattered. Oh, I don't even know if I ever noticed that it's see-through. It has like glass right there. That might be it. I always forget the names in 12. I've only played it once. Honestly, I've played and beaten 12 multiple times myself, and same thing. Like, I don't know if it's a brain problem I have or something, but like, literally I get to that final 1% of Final Fantasy games and something goes on and I'm just like, I just beat the game and I have no idea what happened. So, it is not just you. Totally me as well. Yeah, oh, how does 12 even end? Yeah, you go onto the Bahamut and you fight like the main judge, right? But it's also like the judges are somehow connected to this, like, what was the spirit thing called? Yeah, whatever the spirit, I don't even remember. Man, I don't even know. Take the spell. Gizmaluk's spell. The only one I like legitimately, I mean 8 because I just played it, but like 7, I mean I've played 7 so many times that it's like ingrained in my head how everything happens. 10 I feel like is pretty easy to understand, but yeah, like if you ask me what do I think of the end of Final Fantasy 9 or 12, yeah, I'm just like, or I mean even 8 with the time travel, I'm just like, I don't really remember things storyline related about 12. So when I first played 12, I didn't really understand much of the ending or like understand the entire story of it, but I recently replayed it like a year ago and it's actually a super fascinating story. It is covered in a lot of, you know, Final Fantasy lore and weird names that are sometimes hard to understand, and you know, 13 did that a lot with like l'Cie. They kept using all these terminologies. I'm like, I have no idea what they're talking about. They did that a little bit in 12, but like after like digesting it, it's a really cool story. It's like a legit political drama. It's like Star Wars, like the first Star Wars, like a little band of resistance members fighting Empire to take them down. I actually really like 12's story a lot. It might be one of my favorites. I stand by firmly that 12 is the most underrated Final Fantasy of all time. Might be an unpopular opinion, but I think most Final Fantasy games are lackluster, and I think that is what makes 6, 7, 9, and 10 stick out. Ooh! One heart. And, oh, endings that is, okay. Like, need to read the next part. I'm like, oh boy! We're starting some fire here. The endings. Let's see. I forgot to put the endings in there. Yeah, it is. I never really thought of it that way, but it is kind of like Star Wars. It totally is. It totally is. Like, honestly, if you go back and play it, and literally, the whole time I'm playing it, all I'm imagining is, like, Luke Skywalker, Leia, Darth Vader is like the accompaniment of all the judges. Like, it's literally Star Wars A New Hope in Final Fantasy universe. Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy endings. I mean, I feel like 6 is pretty decent to digest. Like, 6 isn't, like, we can have open conversation about 6. That one's pretty easy to understand. Same with 7. 8, the time travel stuff is very open to interpretation. I feel like 9 is open to interpretation with Necron and stuff at the end. 10 and the dream sequence, I don't know. They're like so philosophical and so just like take a complete left turn over here. Still waking up. Oh no, you're good, you're good. Won't even budge. Bum bum bum. Yeah, I feel like, as weird as it is to say, I feel like Final Fantasy IX has arguably one of my favorite characters in any video game ever in Vivi, and has one of the most what's the word? Unsatisfying villains. I don't know. I mean, Kuja's story is definitely interesting, and the way, I don't know. And maybe my opinion will definitely change after playing this. So I feel like the more I play Final Fantasy games, and this is a big replayability factor of them, the more I replay Final Fantasy games, the more I kind of grow to like them more, you know? Grow to understand them more. It's locked. I thought I have a bell. Thought I had a bell. Would be under key items. I do got a bell. What's it doing here? Why is it playing this with me? Bad in my opinion. I love that game, but 8 has a really rough ending. 9 makes more sense once I watched the guy's video, because apparently the reason Necron shows up, well, I can put it out there, but I don't want to quite throw it out if you want to keep it. No, if you, like, I'm totally down to hear opinions and ideas and stuff about it. Yeah, totally. I've already played it couple times, so I already know how it all ends and everything. So I think from what I understood and took away from it was like Kuja's hatred for everything, his like nihilistic viewpoint somehow conjured up Necron, or is like Necron the embodiment of Kuja's hatred? I don't know, it's just so, I don't want to say weird, but like so weird of a twist of a story, you know? I feel like just sometimes with these games, with the endings, the writers are like right at the end, they're like, we gotta do something to just like take this to the next level. This has to be bigger than the characters, bigger than the world. We need to like bring the universe's existence into this. Like if they don't defeat the enemy, the whole universe will die. The whole galaxy will end or something. I don't know, there's something I love about just a grounded world. You know, like a grounded world. That's like I think a good way of putting it. Just like grounded in reality. But I guess we are playing a game called Final Fantasy, so maybe that's just like part of the elements of it, you know? Because it's very common in all the games where they do have just very open to interpretation type of endings and stuff, so. But I'm really curious what your thoughts are. I'm super curious. The bell in your hand and the doorbell are ringing. The bell in your hand shattered. Alright, now can we go in? I think we can push the door now, right? Nope, we cannot push the door now. So if I remember correctly, Kuja was trying to summon him to wipe the earth, and he succeeded, even though he didn't know it. He brought forth death for this world, and if the heroes would not have beat him, they would have been able to restore the people from his planet. I can't remember their names. Tetrans? Very interesting. That was like the whole thing he was trying to do, was summon him. Man, so is Necron like a summon? You know, like Bahamut and Anima and Ifrit? Or Wandering Pilgrim, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much. How's your day going today? We're just kind of talking some Final Fantasy thoughts, so sup, dude? How you doing? I'm doing pretty decent myself. Hail from Twitterverse. Nice, nice. I love talking to all the people on Twitterverse. We're just kind of talking about Kuja and our thoughts on like Final Fantasy villains and stuff. Yo, Steve-O, my man. Won't be able to stick around today as one of my mates wants to play. Nice, cool, cool. Flying visit to wish you well. Have a great day and an awesome stream. Steve-O, you are the man always. Thank you so much, my friend. You have an awesome playtest yourself, my friend. Nice, nice. Do you have a favorite Final Fantasy villain, Pilgrim? I'm kind of on team Sephiroth, team Kefka. Kuja's, I feel like I really want to give Kuja a chance in this, you know? Not really more of a universal force that was being attracted by mass death. Interesting. A universal force being attracted by mass death. Very philosophical. Is that the term? Gotta go classic with Sephiroth. Yeah, I think the thing I just love about Sephiroth is just his manipulation. You know, the way he just like really messes with Cloud. And especially like seeing it in Remake. It's just so, I don't know. I don't want to say it's enjoyable to watch Sephiroth torment Cloud, but part of me is just like, ooh, he's messing with his mind. I love it. I don't know, that sounds so morbid. But like really, like just seeing how Sephiroth just mass manipulates Cloud and like a puppet just plays with him, it is so fascinating. Though I dig Ultimecia because of the potential theories there. Yeah, it gets kind of out there. What are some of the theories of Ultimecia? And I know One Heart, you were saying you're not like super crazy on 8. I really did like Ultimecia. I thought Ultimecia was like such a cool villain. Like, she was like literally kind of in the background the entire time, because you think it's Adia for like a third of the game, and then you think it's Adele for like another third of the game, and then, well, not a third for Adele, more like a hint. But then you find out about Ultimecia, and it's just, oh, I think my biggest thing with 8 is I just wish there was more character development. Like, that's going to be something that's going to always bug me, I feel like, because I want more character development, you know? The air he has makes him otherworldly as well, even though he was human. Right. Yeah, I mean, Sephiroth is just... And I'm a little concerned. Have you played Remake at all, Pilgrim? I'm a little concerned with Remake, like how much they're showcasing him off. Unless it is the theory that it's like Sephiroth after Advent Children. Because then if that's the case, then that's a completely different story. That's going to be something different. Essentially Final Fantasy VII Part 2 or whatever. But if it's like a legit remake... I just think they're showcasing too much of Sephiroth, you know? But I'm really excited. They're showing him off on purpose, so I think that's a good sign. I think... Yeah. I just remember the thing I loved about Sephiroth so much was he was just hiding in the background the whole time. Like, you don't even, like, physically see Sephiroth, aside from Calm flashback sequence. You don't even physically see Sephiroth until the Junin boat, and then he's just kind of, like, sprinkled throughout the whole game, you know? So it's, like, a masterful way, I think, of just having a villain. I love that. There was an idea of Rinoa becoming Ultimecia. It was debunked. Yeah, I remember talking about that. I more so mean what she represents, so theories behind her wasn't the best phrasing on my part. Still going through a remake right now. I'm guessing they show Sephiroth more because of the episodic nature of the remake. Yeah, when I was playing 8 last month, me and a couple people in chat were talking about the idea that Renoa could be Ultimisia in the future. But yeah, someone did mention that it was debunked by the developers. Dude, what a cool idea, though. Good topic, but I gotta split. Enjoy your stream. Carrion, always a pleasure having you. Always an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope it wasn't the remake talk, because I know you're still kind of going through remake. So, but I hope you have a phenomenal day, my friend. Let's see. In terms of like favorite Final Fantasy overall, do you have a favorite Final Fantasy yourself, Pilgrim? Nah, friends want to play games. Okay. Have an awesome day, though. Enjoy the games, my friend. Let's see. Whitslash? Oh, my opinion is super unpopular. I love unpopular opinions. That's my favorite thing, is just talking to people about like opinions and thoughts on stuff, so I love it. 8's my fave, with 13 being second. Ooh! So, I played 8 for the first time last month, and I still have, I only played like 10-15 hours of 13 years ago and never kind of got through it, so I'm going to be doing a first playthrough of 13 very, very soon. So that's actually really exciting to hear. So what are your thoughts on 8 overall? I know you're saying you really liked Ultimisia. What do you really like about 8 a lot? I have some very fresh perspective opinions on 8 after having just played it. I'd say for 8... Oh, Bronze Vest. Ooh, that was hiding. I must say, they really hide, please protect Burmecia. They really hide treasure in 9 a lot. The way you can break the game in half. That is probably the perfect term for it. Break the game in half. So when I first did my first playthrough, because I actually played 8 twice, I did my first playthrough in the beginning of the month, and then after I beat it, the next day turned around and did a second playthrough of it. When I did my first playthrough, I didn't play like Triple Triad at all. I think I played it twice, my entire first playthrough. And then going through my second time, I played Triple Triad a lot more, and actually like totally fell in love with it. It's super addicting. But immediately, once I started playing Triple Triad and learned the card refinability, I got it. I'm like, I get why people say you can literally break the game in the first hour. I don't think he's carrying anything else. I will say, I've heard some people say they don't like the junction system. I actually really did like the junction system a lot. I thought it was really cool, really different. The implementation of magic in the junction system, and if you use magic, it's like a risk reward, because you'd be using magic and essentially weakening yourself. I really like the junction system a lot in 8. The draw system, on the other hand, I am not crazy about. It was the first Final Fantasy I played as a kid. The amount of people, I find this so fascinating, the amount of people who say their first Final Fantasy they ever played is their favorite, it is like 95%. It's crazy. I love it. My first Final Fantasy was 7, and that's probably my favorite as well, so. The music, oh god, the music. The music, yes. Just right away, in first time playing 8, I'm like, this is one of the best OSTs I've ever heard in my entire life. I could not agree more with the soundtrack. I like the world and atmosphere, as nonsensical as the world can be at sometimes. It's also funny how playing low, no level is easier than traditionally leveling up right. Yeah, I think on my second playthrough, I got to the end of the game and Renoa was like level 11 or something. She was super low. Love the junction system. Oh, 7 was the first one I played. It was the first one I replayed over and over. Nice. Yeah, it was really, really, really cool. I did not expect to... I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, hearing what a lot of opinions and stuff on it are. But I really did enjoy it a lot. It was a great game. Let's see. I love Koopo Nuts. Do you like Koopo Nuts? I like you. Thanks again. Now we can go on our honeymoon. I feel like I'm missing... I do have a bell though, right? No, I don't. Koopa, wait! Oh, here we go. This was it. Koopo! I'm like, I know we're missing something. Take this, Koopo. Holy bell. Give me Koopo nuts again, okay, Koopo? I'm Koopo for Koopo nuts. Also, Ultimacia's castle is sick, I totally agree. No, I totally agree. Like, my mouth was on the floor playing that part in the game. And all the different, like, mini-bosses, and then Omega Weapon, like, completely destroyed me all 15 times I tried. Yeah, the Ultimacia's castle is so cool. I didn't really go through the portals and explore much of the future world at all, so I kind of want to like load up my save file and see what it's like there. But yeah, dude, I really liked the ending of Final Fantasy VIII a lot. The whole locking abilities thing and unlocking them if you want to is dope. Totally agree. And then, yeah, on my last day of playing, so what, like May 31st or something, someone told me about Cactar Island, and so I went to Cactar Island, maybe spent half an hour there, and literally like leveled up all of the abilities for all of the summons that I had in like 30-40 minutes. It was crazy. It was like, because each Cactar gave like 20 AP, and if you get like 2 or 3 of them, holy crap. I had to resort to Holy War Cheese for Omega Weapon. I tried Holy War as well, and like, I don't know if I couldn't like time it right or something, but I just kept getting my butt whooped over and over and over. Dude, Omega Weapon was no joke. Although, my buddy was telling me that Ultima Weapon, the one that you like go down from Bahamut or whatever, Ultima Weapon is a little bit easier. It's definitely a timing thing, yeah. Because like Squall would do Renzo, and then I thought I was getting close to beating him at one point, but I think I just mistimed it, and then he did his ultimate 9,998 attacks, so... Are you alright? One of these days, though, I will destroy Omega. It's on my to-do list. It's definitely a timing thing. It's definitely way easier. Oh, Ultima Weapon is? Ultima Weapon's the one that actually holding Cloud's sword, right? The Ultima... like... Yeah, you know what I mean. Ultima Weapon is holding Final Fantasy VII Ultima Weapon. Freya, please be careful. Master Gizmaluke has gone mad. He's being controlled by some strange clowns. Ooh. Yeah, I think you get it from Ultima Weapon. Alright, so... what is your favorite Final Fantasy soundtrack then? If you have to pick like an OST or just like favorite music in the entire series to listen to. I love Final Fantasy IX, but if I'm being 100% honest, this boss battle theme is pretty underwhelming. I feel like this is one of the... oh, don't kill me everyone, but... this is one of the worst battle themes in the entire series. I feel like it just doesn't do anything to like pump me up. The regular battle theme is actually pretty solid. I like it a lot. But yeah, this one is like, meh. Let's see. Yo, Zeph, sorry to bail, but I got ahead to Monroe, so I'll have a headset for D&D tonight. Nice! Also, music is easy peasy. Final Fantasy VIII. I'm not going to disagree with Final Fantasy VIII. Well, you have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by, One Heart. Always a pleasure having you. Let's see. Kuina. Oh man, we're getting our butt whooped here. And yeah, for a Mega Weapon... see, innate, you really got to keep using an item or magic selection. Yep, you got to be like so fast on it. Oh man, can we did we already use Phoenix Down on Kuina and she just... oh no, okay. I'm like, holy crap, she just died like in one hit. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. He's just like wrecking us. Let's see. Later. Have a good night too. Have fun all. Also agree about the boss music in 9. Yeah, it just feels so like underwhelming. Like it's doing nothing to pump me up, you know? I mean, it's okay, but yeah, compared to the other ones in the series. Oh, muting VVA. That's cheap. Man, I remember, I feel like there are some really difficult bosses in this game. Like, if you don't prepare for some of the bosses in this game, you'll get destroyed. I think I've already died, I mean, aside from Omega Weapon in 8, I think I've already died more times in Final Fantasy 9 than I did in 8. Or 7. Let's see. Did you have a favorite soundtrack from Final Fantasy though, Pilgrim? I'd say if I had to pick, oh okay, feel like gotta go with 13 for specific tracks, so I'd have to say Liberi Fatali from 8 or Wandering Flame from 10. Those are some good soundtracks. I hear a lot of people just constantly giving 13 love, so I'm really excited to try it again. It seems like, I don't know, I feel like for years I heard just negative things about 13, but as I'm streaming, a lot of the actual people who play the game, a lot of people are giving it a lot of love. So I'm really excited to play 13 again. I think it was a lot of the story in 13, like, I never felt like the story was really grabbing me when I played it my first time. But I definitely think giving it another chance, you know, maybe being a little bit older, being a little bit more appreciative of how video games are made, you know? Because even though, like, even if the story isn't, like, incredible, I feel like I can appreciate so many different things about the game, you know? Like the graphics or the music or the story. Like, there's just so much to love, you know? It doesn't just have to be like stellar and everything for 13. Yeah, for 13, I'm really excited to play it again. Well, play for the first time. Complete it for the first time, I should say. Because, yeah, I think I got Shiva as, like, a motorcycle in 13. I remember some scene where, like, Shiva turns into a motorcycle, and then I remember I stopped playing after that. For 13's story, there are some things that are more confusing in the English version due to translation stuff. Interesting. The biggest example I can think of is when there are things that refer to Maker. Is Maker supposed to be like, what are they supposed to be like referencing to? What happened to Master Gizmaluke? We must hurry. His Majesty is in danger. I think we go to a dagger right here. Yep. Good old rusty armor. Grand Citadel, the South Gate. Once we cross this gate, we're in Alexandrian territory. Hold it right there. What's the purpose of your visit? I heard workers were needed to fix South Gate. I brought my belongings so that I might live and work here. That's great. They've been working on the gate non-stop since the accident, but it's still broken. I need to check your bag. Rules and regulations, you know. Pickles. Sometimes it refers to one entity and sometimes it refers to another, but it's not exactly clear which one is which in English, whereas in Japanese it's explicitly clear. Oh, very interesting. And it seems like that's a common thing in the Final Fantasy games, is like, I don't know if it's even just the Final Fantasy games or like other Japanese games, but it seems like there's definitely some translation hiccups that seem to happen, you know? Especially in like Final Fantasy 7. Definitely not just Final Fantasy. Like in all of the Japanese to translate it to English games, there's definitely some like wordplay that goes on, or some things not explicitly translated correctly. Dark Souls actually has some pretty notorious translation stuff. Really? Really? I've never played any of the Souls games, but I think those would be a ton of fun to play. Have you played any of the Souls games yourself? A lot of people are just like crazy in love with the Soul games. Let's see. Most is somewhat minor, but there are a few things that are pretty major lore-wise. Oh yeah, Bloodborne's my favorite game. Ooh, favorite game of all time. I have heard that multiple times. Like, man, is Bloodborne that good? Like, everyone just has incredible things to say about it. So why is Bloodborne your favorite game of all time? Or even like your favorite like Dark Souls game? Like, of all the Souls game, what is it about Bloodborne that you like more compared to the others? Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, because I've heard some people say like some of the games are like very, I don't know, it's more about like guarding and blocking and parrying, and others it's like more agility based and you got to be like faster. And I think people were saying Bloodborne is the one where you got to be like really quick and agile. Would you step back? There, that's good. Sorry, just doing our job. So, where are you from? Last, I must do something. Police are searching for a girl and a middle-aged man. Did you see a pair like that on your way here? This knot is really tight. The girl supposedly looks exactly like Princess Garnet, the most beautiful princess ever to grace Alexandria Castle. I got it now. But you know how Queen Braun looks. It's hard to believe that she'd have such a beautiful daughter. Oh boy. The world itself, the flow of combat, the horror elements. Ooh, man, every time people talk about Bloodborne, it gets me excited. I should buy it. I should buy it, I should play it. Would you recommend Bloodborne as the first in the Souls games to play? Like of all of them, do you think Bloodborne's like the best one to start with? Because it seems like a lot of people have. What would you even consider the Soul games? Like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne. Is Neo? Neo's one, right? Neo 2, Sekiro. That's another one, right? Depends. Probably on like what exactly you want. They're all pretty difficult, right? Like they're all of them are have a pretty intense level of difficulty, right? Ugh. What is this? What is that? What are those? Those rotten things. Are they poison? Rotten? I'm not carrying anything that's rotting. Oh, it's your least favorite food. The Lindblom delicacy, Gasol pickles. Can't believe how many you brought with you. They are my favorite. I cannot start my day without them. Yeah, sure. People who like them all say that. You can go now. Thank you. The speed of it may make Dark Souls feel more clunky if you ever want to check it out, but considering that you started with Dark Souls, you'd have to unlearn some habits. Bloodborne may be better to start with. Very interesting. If you started with Dark Souls, you'd have to unlearn some habits. Bloodborne. Very interesting. So now I'm super curious. Like, if you play Dark Souls, what are some of the habits that would be good to unlearn for Bloodborne? Is it because Dark Souls is more clunky kind of playing, whereas Bloodborne's a lot faster? We're inside the gate. Princess, you've done it again. I must find a spot where I won't be seen. That alley looks acceptable, but a girl and a man are in the way. Not so much the speed thing. Maybe more like the dodging or the parrying. Escape breaks down a lot. Cause the hinges don't fit very well. This road leads to the bottom of the mist. No one uses it. There's no need to fix it really. So I just polish up the gate and make it look all nice. That takes care of it for a couple months. Hee. Oh, I almost lost control of myself. I think I hit kill on accident. Bloodborne is definitely much faster paced, but the main issue is being aggressive. Being aggressive, like attacking the enemies too much, or... I cannot climb like this. I've honestly, I don't think I've ever even watched any like gameplay footage of Bloodborne, if I'm being honest. I feel like a lot of games I just haven't really seen too much of. I'm super curious now. Like, a lot of people give Bloodborne just a crazy amount of love, and I'm so curious about it. Bloodborne incentivizes being more aggressive, both with the rally mechanic and with being able to stagger opponents, even bosses. Oh, gotcha. So Bloodborne wants you to be more aggressive and be like a lot more physically attacking opponents. So whereas like Dark Souls is probably more like time based, you know, where you gotta like strike at just the right moment at just the right time. Rally mechanic gives you back health if you strike an opponent after being hit, but only if you do so quickly after being hit, and you can't get hit again if you try to gain health back. Very interesting. So is what makes the game so difficult is just like the enemies hit you and you lose like half of your health. Like, you can't get hit too often. Whereas like in Final Fantasy games, you know, you can get hit like multiple times and still survive. But is the thing that just makes it so difficult is like you can get one shot killed or 2 or 3 shots. Bloodborne still requires precision though, so you have to be smart with your aggression. Like, know when to go crazy on the enemy and when not to. Jobless Jeff. I declared bankruptcy and sold my shop. It was called Altair. We sold magic items. It's just a regular shop now. Oh, bummer, man. I can't believe he went out of business. Pretty much, yeah. You can't really take too many hits most of the time. Man, so do people just... I've heard someone say that they love, like, Twitch loves, people love watching people play Dark Soul games, because of the amount of times people lose and, like, just the reactions people have from losing. Do you think that's pretty true? Because I imagine if you got to be, like, super precise with everything, I could just imagine how many people just want to throw their controller into their TV. Oh yes, blind playthroughs are a treasure. I'm gonna be a part of that. I'm gonna be a part of that one day. Man, I'm so indecisive too about which game I should play next. Oh baby, I'm so indecisive because I kind of want to play. I kind of want to play 10 next. Because, you know, Final Fantasy, I did 7, 8, 9. I kind of want to do 10 next, but I've played 10. I kind of want to do, like, first playthrough, you know? Kind of want to do, like, 13. I'm almost thinking I might do 13 next, or 15. And then I think once we do 13 and 15, I think we should do the Dark Soul games. That'd just be a ton of fun. That's the thing is, video games, dude, they take a long time. At least... a lot of these ones do. Like, they definitely take a while to complete. It's not like watching a TV show that you can watch in like 8 hours. Like, these are like 40, 50, 60 hour games sometimes. So I just got like this whole backlog of games I want to play, but they take so long. Oh, you still haven't played 15 yet. Got the special edition day 1. Wow, dude, really? Special edition day 1 and didn't play it yet. That's so funny, dude. I think I got the exact same one, the day 1 edition, and it has like all of them on the front cover, and it's like the shiny one or whatever. Same, I bought it day 1, pre-ordered it. I did play it. I actually spent like 60 hours playing it, doing side quest stuff, but I was only like halfway through the story and then I stopped. So I feel that, man. Not enough time to stream them all. Yeah, no, that's totally true. The thing with streaming too is like, I find myself getting caught up so much in like conversations with people that a game that would normally be, you know, 20 hours now takes 40 hours because I end up talking a lot to to chat or just my own thoughts and just kind of putting it out there, you know, and so. But I feel like that's good, you know, kind of getting your thoughts out there and talking about feelings and stuff about the games. I didn't know because I was on the other side of the mountain. We'll console her. What good is it to be moan what has already happened? What I meant to say was that now that we are here, there must be things we can do to help the ones we love. You're right. I gotta encourage him. Aww. For sure. Also just noticed the card and board game tag. God, Tetramaster is awful. I haven't played Tetramaster at all in my playthrough so far. But yeah, I don't remember playing it much when I played the games previously. But I mean, I did get into Triple Triad like a week ago, so maybe I can find a way to really get into Tetramaster, you know? What's your favorite minigame in like all of the Final Fantasies? Do you have a particular favorite one that you just like love to play? I feel like Triple Triad was pretty fun. I don't know if you'd consider it a minigame, but I got like really good with Chocobo racing in Final Fantasy VII. And like Chocobo breeding, I could go through pretty fast on that. My main issue with Tetramaster is the damage roll thing with it. I'm curious to see. That just leaves a young man over there. You could have a card that's superior to the other one in every stat, and it may not matter. That's frustrating. And yeah, Triple Triad is my favorite. Triple Triad was pretty fun. Let's see, I need 2 of model number 3. Oh, you brought your things with you. Are you here to work? Indeed. Welcome. I'm also new here. I've been working here for 5 months as the chief engineer of Bowden Gate. But he's the only one working under me. Blitzball is a close second. Screw the jump rope minigame in 9, though. Dude, someone was saying to get the platinum or to get the trophy for it, you have to do like 1,000 jump ropes. That's insanity. I mean, that's like worse than the lightning dodges in Final Fantasy X. Stuff like that just legitimately brings me down in the game, you know? Like there's having fun and like fun mini games, and then there's just stuff that is just dumb. And lightning bolt dodges were dumb. And if you got to do 1,000 jump ropes, that's dumb. And you have to do it in Disc 1, oh my god. So you pretty much got to do it with Vivi, like right when the game starts. Dumb, 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 dumb. Just dumb. I'll be going back to the castle next month when my contract expires. I'll be joining a team of engineers who are developing a new engine that runs without mist. The world outside the Mist Continent is uncharted territory. But there's no need to worry about our safety. We can explore it on an airship. Regent Sid is an advocate of technological advancement. Oh, sorry, I've talked your ear off. There's something I must tell you. It's especially rough if you have ADHD. Getting 100s is almost impossible for me. Needless to say, no platinum for me with Final Fantasy IX. Dude, I don't blame you. That's a stupid thing to make for the platinum, I gotta say. I mean, even 100. I feel like 100 would have been tough. But like, you know, with some time and practice, you can get 1,000 is... No, just dumb. Have you ever done all the lightning dodges in Final Fantasy X? I've never done the lightning dodges in 10. And I've never done the Chocobo thing in 10 to get Tidus's ultimate weapon. Yeah, I think those two. Yeah, I did. It was a struggle. Dude, respect. Big respect for that. I think the most I ever got was like in the 80s or something, and I was just like, I can't do this. Just like threw my controller down. The gate to the bottom of the mist has been left broken? Did he think he could get away with that? Excuse me. Coast is clear. Hey, hold on. I love when Steiner runs around and you hear like the shakiness, the clangingness of his armor. Rules and regulations, you know. Would you come over here? Clank, 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 clank. Stop right there. Don't make a move until I tell you. Now, turn toward me slowly. Don't make a false move. You need a gate pass to reach the South Gate Summit. I'm leaving it right here. Pick it up after I leave. I'd come closer, but you're carrying those stinky pickles. See? I'm leaving it right here. Man, they must really hate these pickles. They must really hate these pickles. Stinky pickles. I mean, I guess so. I don't know. Do you know... You know what that kind of reminds me of? Is, deviled eggs. I'm not a big deviled egg fan myself. But oh my goodness, I know a lot of people who, like, love deviled eggs, and it's always the smell. Like, the smell of it, just, like... I can't do the smell, but I know so many people who, like, love deviled eggs. And I'm just like, the smell just... Oh... That's totally the impression I get from these pickles. I can relate with the cards. Ahem. 'Tis foolishness. If all were so easy, why, none would suffer in this world. Steiner, is it okay for me to come out? Yes. What? I know! I know! I'm like the only one, it seems. I'm like the only one in the world who seems to not like deviled eggs. And I even tried them, like, couple months ago around Christmas time with my wife's family. They were just like, you just have to try it. And I was like, I mean, it was okay. I just don't even like the texture. Ugh. The smell. Oh. What do you think of pineapple pizza, though? Pineapple pizza is absolutely the greatest thing in all of the universe. Hands down. Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza. All is forgiven then. I'm honestly so baffled that so many people really, really don't like pineapple on pizza. Like, savory and sweet. Savory and sweet. It's like, have you ever had like a teriyaki burger where they put like a big old pineapple slice on it and it's just so good? It's literally just savory and sweet. Like, I do not understand why so many people do not like pineapple on pizza. Yes, it's wonderful. I agree. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like some people who just hate pineapple on pizza just never tried it. There's like legit people who hate it. I'm like, I just don't believe you've tried it if you hate it. Thank you. I will come out now. Please keep an eye out. Yes. How about bacon and vanilla ice cream? I don't know if I've tried that. I would imagine it probably tastes delicious because bacon kind of makes everything delicious. But I've never tried it. I mean, I guess I'd be good though. Savory bacon, sweet vanilla. That sounds very interesting. You got me thinking. That sounds interesting. Put a little Jack Daniels in it for good measure. And mwah. A little bit of Jack Daniels always helps. A little bit of whiskey here. My goodness. I guarantee you the emote that I probably use the most for everything. And I don't know if this says so much about me, but I swear, like, I always use this emote if I can find it. Oh, where is it? Always. They probably got rid of it. I wonder if they do get rid of emotes, or if they usually, like, keep them for a while. This one. I use the cheers. That's probably my most used emote. And apparently someone told me that it's a Hearthstone kind of thing, and I'm like, I don't know. I use it to cheers, like, cheers, mate. Yeah, pineapple on pizza absolutely belongs in life. Yeah, it's Hearthstone. There's so many emotes, like I truly have no idea what they are, they're meant for. I mean, I'm a pretty young guy, but even I feel overwhelmed by the internet sometimes. Oh, finally, some fresh air. What a horrible smell. It gave me a terrible headache. Maybe I'll get changed while he's on a lookout. Let's see. Continue looking. I just wonder, actually. She said get changed. What was she wearing to begin with? I'm just now thinking that. What was, like, if she was getting changed, what was she wearing to begin with in there? I mean, you're not a boomer like me. I'm 26. I feel like I've gotten to a point in my life where, like, stop asking questions. Man, I feel like I've definitely reached that point in my life where, like, I don't say how old I am really ever. So when somebody asks how old I am, I have to, like, think about it, you know? Whereas, like, when you're in school, every single day you're pretty much like, oh, I'm in 9th grade, or in 10th grade or in 11th grade. Like, you're always constantly reminded of how old you are because of all the people around you of the same age. But as I've gotten older, I'm just like, how old am I again? How old am I again? I'm early 30s, so according to Twitch, I'm a dinosaur. Oh my god. I get pissed when people say, like, people in their 40s are old. I'm like, dude, 40 is not old at all. And I'm a firm believer that you are absolutely only as old as you feel. So, there are 60-year-olds who act like they're 20, and there are 20-year-olds who act like they're 60, and everything in between. So, early 30s is not old at all. But I mean, I guess if everyone out there is like 16 or 17 or 18, maybe we are the old ones, my friends. That makes me 85 then. I have those days too where I feel 85. I completely relate, man. Completely relate. Oh no, I love being in my 30s aside from chronic pain stuff. Yeah, I feel like as you just kind of get old, I don't know. I feel like in my 20s, I've just changed so much, I'm definitely in this point in my life now where just like I despise corporate jobs and just like corporate life and all that, the corporate ladder, the corporate work. It just means nothing, It just means nothing. Me too, man. Yeah, I went to work a couple days ago and my manager was asking me like how you feeling today? And I'm like, I'm here to make the rich richer. And that's literally it. Just here to make the rich richer. But one day, small business will come about. I'm at least really fortunate that my wife, actually, she has her own business and she does a wonderful job at it. So we're already both kind of like one step out of the corporate world. But when the time comes to just take the second foot out, I'm just going to like nosedive out of there. Feel that dude on a deep level. I feel like so many people do, man. So many people are just like realizing how much just corporations just control everything. And it's just like a new form of, I don't know, man. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. I mean, hopefully some stuff with Twitch kind of starts, eventually to pan out, and YouTube, I'm kind of like doing some YouTube stuff. I've definitely thought about like getting more on Fiverr. Have you ever heard of Fiverr? They do like artists and stuff can like do commission work, or do like editors can be on there and maybe doing some like video editing and stuff. I've thought about that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm just at a place where if I got fired today, I would just shrug and walk out and be fine, you know? Yeah. Corporate life, man. It's a dead feeling. You can turn around now, Steiner. Princess Steiner. Yes? Oh, Miss Dagger. You know, and it's interesting, like, playing these games again, being an adult. I feel like they're so much different, a completely different feeling than when I played them when I was younger, you know? Like, just relating to the characters, to how young the characters are, and, like, the emotions and feelings they have, and, like, I understand why they're feeling that way. Like, you know, maybe at some point in my life I felt like that too. You know, being able to, like, relate to video game characters, or, like, movie characters, or, like, book characters. I don't know. It's weird. It's like the older I get, seriously, like, the older I get, the more things change in perspective, you know? Almost makes me, like, want to play the same game every single, or not every single, maybe like once every 5 years, and just see how different it is every time. For real, too, that's one thing that bothers me with older generations that talk shit. Younger people saying they're lazy. I've seen so many younger people bust their ass. I'm convinced that's what really going on, is a lot of younger people are disillusioned with the traditional workforce because they realize how much of a sham it is. It totally is a sham. It totally is. Like, I mean, even if you start at the bottom of a corporation and you work up, like, unless you become like an executive and have like insane stock options, like, you're essentially just a slave to the system, you know? I mean, even people who make 120 grand, you know, 150 grand a year, like, they're making nothing compared to the executives who are making millions of dollars a year. So, and then of course, people who make minimum wage, people who make, you know, even like 15 bucks an hour, people who make 20 bucks an hour, like, that's nothing. That's nothing. And I mean, even if, like, you pay all your bills, you're super frugal, you spend all of your money, like, investing it, like, the system wants you to and stuff, like, you know, you're gonna come out of this in a couple decades, like, what, a millionaire? If you're lucky, having $1 million, like, $1 million is nothing compared to, you know, these titans that have multiple billions, like these, you know, and I'm not even talking about, like, Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, but just, like, these legit, you know, like, generational wealth. These people that have had money for hundreds of years, families that have had money for decades, you know, these corporations that just pass on all their money to the family, and it's just the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and the middle just gets left behind. And yeah, I think so many people are just so sick and tired of this kind of lifestyle, you know? People don't want to feel this way anymore. People want to do something creative. People want to feel empowered and passionate, and, you know, just working for peanuts is not cutting it. Yeah, that, and because you could work at these corporations for years, and yet they would generally toss you to the curb the first chance they got if they had to. Holy shit. That is the most truthful thing in the entire world, man. Like, it doesn't, like, and I mean, you see this especially during, like, recessions, like, when companies have to lay off the workforce, you know, executives still get their bonuses. They still get their millions of dollars, but the people who have been there for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, yeah, they just get tossed to the curb without a care in the world, you know? Holy crap. We're going down some kind of rabbit hole, my friend. I mean, but it's true. It's true. And I think that's why so many people are so intrigued with stuff like Twitch or YouTube, or just this way of, like, doing something they're passionate about and sharing it with an audience. And, you know, I mean, the sad, unfortunate truth of it is a lot of that money comes from ad revenue, and the whole ad revenue system is beyond messed up, you know, in the aspect that every company is collecting every bit of information about you that they possibly can, and then they're all selling it off to each other, and then they're all making ads targeting you specifically. It's so so messed up in its own way. And then that's a big way of how some of these creators get paid. You know, YouTubers make a lot of their money from ad revenue. You know, Twitch people make a lot of money from ad revenue. You know, I really feel like the most pure way is for somebody to make content and for people to use like subscriptions or donations or like Patreon, like a direct transfer of money. Holy crap, the rabbit hole we went down, my friend. So I have a lot of respect for the late Satoru Iwata. When the Wii U failed, he took responsibility for it and cut his salary in half so that the general staff wouldn't have to... Holy crap. I really did not know that. That's incredible to read, honestly. Dude, that's incredible to read. Man, you've never heard of Raid Shadow Legends. So, funny enough, I'm a very, very frugal person. But the times that I do spend money, I usually do spend them on like premium subscriptions, like YouTube Premium or Twitch Premium. I think it's called Twitch Turbo. And I don't really get on social media very, very often myself, aside from like Twitter every now and then. So, funny enough, and like Spotify Premium. So funny enough, I pay for these subscriptions that I use, and I don't ever see any ads on them. So I did not know Raid Shadow Legends was a thing until literally like a month ago. Seriously. Because like I don't see ads anywhere. And the only time I ever see ads is if, you know, we go out to a restaurant and they have TVs and TVs are playing shows or whatever and they have ads on there. But like when I go on YouTube, there's no ads. When I go on Google, there's no ads. When I go on Twitch, there's no ads. So, consider yourself lucky. Maybe. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I just don't really see very many ads. What's so funny is it's now gotten to a point when I do see an ad, I'm like incredibly fascinated by it. Like I watch the whole thing in awe. I'm just like, this is so fascinating. It's weird. My goodness, but that was some real conversation. I hope both of us, and I hope everyone else that wants to, can just find a way to monetize their passion, to find a way to make money doing what they love, you know. And you got to put in the grind, you know. You got to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and you got to do it, and you just got to do it, whether it's perfect or it's complete crap. You just got to do it. You just got to get out there and start. And just try to do a little bit better each day, you know? Hear, hear. Hear, hear. I will Hearthstone cheer to that, my friend. Hear, hear. Alright. So Final Fantasy IX, eh? I mean, because I don't think you can do like emojis, right? Because I usually would do like the beer emojis where they like kind of clash. Maybe I'm just a raging alcoholic. I like my beer. I do. You can if you're on mobile. Oh, interesting. Don't know about desktop. Yeah, I think on desktop it's literally just whatever the Twitch emotes there are. Which there's some pretty cool ones. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, I truly don't even know like half of these, but there are some cool ones. Yeah, as I kind of like go through them. And of course, I'm sure there's some extension or something that'll let you do it. Thumbs up. I love it. I love emotes. Emotes are one of my favorite parts about Twitch. You have to call me Dagger until we reach Trino. Don't salute me either. Yes, until we reach Trino and I find a way back to the castle, I will be careful. Okay, let's go. Wow. That cable car will take us to the summit. We're almost there, Steiner. Alexandria is just beyond the summit, right? I managed it without Zidane's help. You never needed him to begin with, Princess. Dang it, Sprinkle, I already have a cherry hat. Let's see. Potion. A Sprinkle. Cherry hat. Oh, Animal Crossing. Are you big Animal Crossing fan? My wife is so interested in getting Animal Crossing. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I got into it with New Horizons. Oh, like Horizon, New Horizons. Is New Horizons a game? New Horizons, is that the one, no, that's No Man's Sky, I think. Every time I hear Horizons, I always think of Horizon Zero Dawn. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Gotcha. Newest one. Yep. Newest one for Switch. Like, New Horizons, I've heard that somewhere. Are you liking it so far? Is it as addictive as the internet is making it out to be? Southgate is a big place. It's a mountain, actually. Yes, it is. What makes it so addicting? Is it just the fact that, like, what makes it so damn addicting? You can check the board over there to see where you are. Magnet. I have a favor to ask, Kupo. I'm going to deliver a letter to Nazna. Thanks, Kupo. Depends on if it scratches your itch with building stuff and collecting stuff. Oh my goodness. So, I don't think I'm much of a creative builder in that sense, but my wife grew up, like, her favorite game growing up was, like, Sims or Sims 2 or something. So she loves just creating worlds, creating worlds. So I imagine if I do buy it for her, I will lose her to this universe of animals. Oh, she'd probably love it then. My goodness. We'd get no work done at the house. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll surprise her one day and just pick it up for her. How many hours have you spent on it so far? Man, I've seen some people already hit like multiple hundreds of hours. Crazy. Yeah, I think I do want some potions because we're gonna go back to Zidane here. Yeah. My wife doesn't play video games and she's pretty much addicted to it. Oh, probably close to 300. Holy crap. Ooh. My goodness. It's online too, right? So like your world, can you share your world with other people, like friends on there? Will you be boarding Burkmia? May I see your gate pass? Okay. Yep, that's the one. We can depart right away if you want. Let's depart. Yeah, you can have them visit your island and vice versa. So you pretty much kind of like build up your island, like build up your world, and then you can just kind of hop around to other people's islands. Can you interact with their island at all? Like, can you like take their stuff back to your island or like destroy their island? Or I don't know, these are going down a dark way. Like, can you interact with their island in any way? Yeah, but it's limited. Gotcha. So you can't like completely mess up their island. Please go inside. We'll be departing shortly. That'd be kind of messed up if your friend invites you over to their island and then you go over and cast Ultima and blow it up. Oops. Car's empty, as you can see. Sit wherever you want. Oh, I should probably use this brief opportunity to equip my characters. Man, their portraits really do look so much better in this version. You know, I've never leveled up. I would love to see if somebody's ever like leveled up Dagger to a point where she is able to use these summons. Very interesting. You could somewhat if you were made a best friend. That allows you to do things like chop down trees and dig holes on their island. Normally, you can't do that. Normally... Oh, you can do that? Very interesting. Make him a best friend. So they can do, like, limited things, right? Like chop down trees or dig holes, but they can't, like, bust down your house or anything, right? Sorry, I was responding to something else. Oh, no, you're okay. You're good. You're good. Let's see. Let's see what we can equip them all with. Exactly. Gotcha, gotcha. That's probably a very good call on the creators. And I love just how... I just love this music. The second you can do that was to Dagger being able to use those summons early on. You have to grind a lot of XP to do that, yeah. I've always wondered, but I've never done it myself. Scan, ooh. Very interesting. I love the Final Fantasy games that there's like so many different ways to play them, you know? So much variety to them. Ooh, level up. That's just a phenomenal one to have. Nice. Nice. Some good stuff. It would take a lot of time. Oh, I bet. I mean, she's only level 6 with 56 MP. And what? To do Shiva would be 96. So yeah, she probably need to be like level 20. Maybe? What does this do? Doubles the potency of medicinal items. Is that all we got for her? I guess that's all we got for her. Ooh, HP plus 10. That's pretty cool. Ooh, let's do Man-Eater and Bug Killer. Oh, level up. No, we definitely want that. So what's your thought about flexibility in relation to Final Fantasy VII Remake? Keep in mind that I just got to Walmart, or as I've ended up calling it, Walmart. Flexibility in terms of like how they're handling the story, or like flexibility in terms of like the battle system, how you can play it. I like a lot of things about the way you can play it. Yeah, more so the battle system. I think once you get to hard mode, you really start to realize like different mechanics that you can kind of get away with in normal mode, like just pretty much hack and slash in normal mode, but you got to be a lot more strategic in hard mode. But yeah, I love the various ways you can play it. Like, it definitely feels like there's more optimized ways than others, but just the variety in it is pretty outstanding, I'll say. Although I will say I'm a little bummed that you don't really get much of any chapter where you can really pick your party. Like, it's pretty much you're either with Cloud and Barret, Cloud and Tifa, Cloud and Aerith, Cloud, Barret, and Tifa, or like some like Cloud, Tifa, Aerith. Like, there never seems a point in the game where you can just like choose who you want in your party. But I mean, that's actually very, very faithful to the original. So I'm really, if anything, it's gotten me extremely excited for what part 2 could be. So I was a little bummed too we couldn't play Red 13. A little bummed we couldn't play Red 13, but it's okay. Let's see, right? That makes sense. Agreed there. I will say, I definitely think they could have done more with like combo attacks with the characters, like have Cloud and Tifa team up and do like maybe each of them use an ATB and then do some kind of combo like Chrono Trigger style. That would have just like, I really hope they do that in part 2. Like, it just really feels like that would just be such an awesome addition. Yeah, I think the summons are really, really cool, although I'm pretty bummed that you just get the summon materia right away and it's already maxed out. Like, I think that it would have just been an awesome opportunity to like level up summon materia, and as the materia levels up, they get like maybe 10% more powerful, kind of like Final Fantasy VIII, like the GF battle damage plus 10%. Like, they could have done something with that each level, or maybe learn like new abilities, you know, with each level up. But essentially you just get like Leviathan or Shiva or whoever, like whatever summon you get, it's pretty much just maxed out right away. So that I'm a little bummed about that. I'm bummed that a lot of the materia, not a lot, but like a decent amount of materia is maxed out right away when you get it. So it's like, and I get it, it's the first game and who knows how many there could be, but I just kind of wish they did a little bit more with materia. But the air combat, not crazy about the air combat at all. At least with like Cloud and Tifa, but I get why the game does that, because like you can fight flying enemies with Cloud, it's really awkward, but the game I feel like really wants you to switch to Aerith or Barret. You know, like if there's flying like I don't know what they are, the little blue flying dragons, like you can fight them with Cloud or Tifa and have them jump up and like beat the crap out of them, but the game like really incentivizes you to switch over to Barret, you know. That'd been pretty dope. Oh, the combo attacks. I just felt so much like there's totally could have been an option for like team up attacks. Like Cloud spends 1 ATB, Tifa spends 1 ATB, so they like each use one together, and then they can do, I don't know, she jumps off of his sword and like kicks an enemy in the face. Oh my goodness. Is that money? Is that money? Is that my man money? How you doing, my friend? I'm just kind of talking to Pil. Thank you so much for the bits, friend. Always. Thank you so much, my friend. We're just kind of talking about remake. Money finished remake a little while ago, so he's got some good opinions on it too. I guess Money. Yeah, Pilgrim, if you haven't checked out Money, I would highly recommend it. The amount of entertainment he provides is just, he's an outstanding guy. So big shout out to Money Benjamin. How you doing, man? Yep. God, we're gonna be doing that forever, man. I love it. But we gotta keep subscribing to Asian Sensation for the emotes. Oh my goodness. Good to see you, man. How you doing today? Oh my goodness. We were yeah, just kind of talking about remake and our feelings on like the gameplay and battle system and stuff. What are your thoughts like about the gameplay? Was there anything about, I'm legit gonna have to sub for these emotes. Just keep them subbed on repeat just for the emotes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude, his emotes are hilarious. Dude. What are your thoughts on like the gameplay and stuff in Final Fantasy VII Remake Money? We still got to do that like podcast or something. I was talking to my wife about that. That would be a ton of fun. Like an idea for like a once a week or a once a month or something to do like a podcast. That'd be super, super cool. I haven't played Final Fantasy Remake at all, man, since like the end of April. I'm so behind on it. I really want to play more of it. You've been playing some good amount of it though, right? So Pilgrim says that he's at Wall Market, so let's not try to spoil too much for him. Or no spoilers. Definitely no spoilers. But yeah, we're just kind of talking about like opportunity of like team up attacks. I think that'd be super, super cool in like part 2. What character are you most excited for in part 2, Pilgrim? And Money. I think we've already talked about this, Money, but like, what's the one that you just are like, just so excited to play as in part 2? I feel like I am so excited for Yuffie, honestly. And Sid. And Vince. Well, all of them. I feel like Yuffie's gonna be so badass. She's gonna be like Tifa quick, but like long range, kind of like Barret and Aerith. I loved it. And yes, we need to do that podcast. Maybe do a general gaming podcast as well. I think we could do with team up attacks. Dude, team up, there's just, oh man, there's so many things they could do with team ups. Red 13, Yuffie, or Vincent. I think it'd be really cool with Vincent if they did his triangle attack similar to Barret. Yeah, I think Vincent, they're gonna blow away our minds. I just imagine it kind of like Barret, you know, where you like hold square and it does like a machine gun style kind of attack, and then triangle could be like a shotgun kind of attack, you know. But yeah, dude, I just really hope when he does his limit break, however they're gonna do chaos or Hellmasker, whatever limit breaks Vincent's gonna have. I hope we can control them. You know, that was the big bummer in regular Final Fantasy VII that kind of turned me off from Vincent, is you could never control his limit breaks, you know? And it was such a pain in the ass. Yeah, I wonder how they'll incorporate his limit breaks. They need to bring back Material Birth when you get maxed materia. Oh, and like get a free materia out of it. Yeah, I was so, like right when I mastered my first materia, like I was just searching my menu bar trying to like find like the free one you get, and I couldn't find it. We need more magnify materia. We need a lot more magnify materia. I was so bummed replaying it and not getting the magnify materia, a second one. Same with elemental. Yeah. So true. Yeah, did you end up getting the magnify materia, Pilgrim? 'Cause that one's actually a missable. Like if Aerith doesn't pick it up, but that's like the best materia in the game, hands down. Oh yeah. Everyone is so different what they use it for. What did you use the magnify materia for, Money? And what do you use it for, Pilgrim? I was obsessive with not missing stuff like that. If there's one thing not to miss, it's materia. Like try to get as much materia as possible. Right now using it for barrier, that's a really good one. I used it for barrier for a little bit. I think I mostly had it on cure. Barrier for all-in-one cast, yeah. Cure now, I'm on hard mode. Yeah, I definitely use mine for cure too. I've seen some people who use it like on, they'll put fire on it, and then when there's like big groups of like human enemies, they just cast fire on everyone and like one-shot everyone. So that'd be a super solid idea. But yeah, I definitely think Magnify is hands down the best materia in the game. Wait for me! Pant, I made it. So, Money. Pilgrim's favorite Final Fantasy, I think he said second favorite Final Fantasy, is Final Fantasy 13. So, Money is actually playing Final Fantasy 13 right now, so I think he said 8 was his absolute favorite one. Yo, JP, how you doing today? Good morning, my friend. What you up to today? Ooh. Yeah, I was telling Pilgrim that I haven't fully played Final Fantasy 13 myself, so I'm really excited for it. Money's got a lot of love for 13. I'll get here a bit tired. How are you folks? I'm doing great myself. I'm doing solid myself. Same old chill stream, chill people. Just having a chill day, you know. I do gotta work later, but it's a little bit later. Bit tired. I will cheer my coffee for you, my friend. Help you wake up. A lot. How far are you in it now, Money? You gotta be like a good chunk of the way now, right? I'm excited for you, man. I really want to play Final Fantasy 13 myself. Thank you for your kind words earlier. No, I thank you. Oh, for moving. Tired too, my dude. Yeah. It's weird because I stream so early in the morning. I find myself going to bed. Like I got home last night at like 9:20, and I was just like, my wife was like, you know, want to make dinner or anything? I'm like, dude, I just want to go to bed. It's like 9:20 p.m. and I'm exhausted. I just like fell right asleep. She did make dinner though. She's an absolute legend. Oh, chapter 4. How many chapters are there in 13? Have you gotten the Shiva bike yet? Am I crazy? Shiva does turn into like some motorcycle, right? That's the like very last thing I remember before I ended up like leaving Final Fantasy 13. I remember Shiva turns into like some kind of motorcycle. I tossed and turned for about an hour and a half at 1 a.m. Oh my goodness, I feel that so much. And yeah, she does. Okay, I'm like, I swear I remember something about Shiva turning into a motorcycle. I feel more relaxed now. That is understandable. Our journey from Lindblum was very tough, but it was your white magic that helped me through the battles against all those monsters. Your fortitude that got us past the obnoxious Muggles in Chocobo's forest. And finally, your idea to use Gasol pickles to get past the South Gate guards. I'm thoroughly impressed by your intelligence and courage, Princess Steiner. You can't call me that. My apologies. I'm just not used to. It's okay. I made lots of mistakes when Zidane taught me how to talk like this. That peasant had no manners whatsoever. Although, he did have some wit for a bumpkin, but the way he spoke to you was simply unacceptable. I say good riddance. Can you stand? Oh, I thought we were gonna fight the, don't we fight like Black Waltz number 3 when he's all destroyed and beaten up? With Marcus, I think. Maybe that, I think that comes later then. Don't worry about me. Please, protect for me. I will protect Burmecia. You have my word. With my headphones on, it literally sounds like a weird waterfall. I don't know. Sounds like a bathtub. Whatever the sound was in there. Okay. Burmecia, here we come. I felt like when I played Final Fantasy 13 a little bit. No level 40 dragon fights. Oh, the Grand Dragons? Dude, those things like one-shot destroy. I felt a little bit like when I played Final Fantasy 13. I feel like I kind of struggled to understand some of the combat mechanics of it. 13's the one where you it's like job classes, right? But you're like switching job classes. Essentially, you can go from like a black mage to a sentinel, like a tank, and then can switch to like a warrior. Almost feels like job class switching. And it has a stagger bar. I felt like I didn't understand the stagger bar too much when I played it, but after playing Remake, I bet I'll get it. I'll like understand it quite a bit more. Got to make big use of the that's what it's called, the paradigm shift mechanic. Yeah. I remember it just felt very much like job class switching, you know? No, this isn't Burmecia. This is their, oh, I can't even remember what this place is called. It's just been so long since I've played. Well, aside from Animal Crossing right now, what else are you playing, Pilgrim? Or are you playing Animal Crossing, or is it mostly wife that's playing Animal Crossing? Telling didn't read, the Ravager class makes stagger bar increase fast, but it'll drop fast too. Commando slows bar reduction down, but doesn't build it up as much. Interesting. I like that in games, and they kind of did that a lot in Remake too, where it's like risk versus reward, you know? Both. Okay, give me a sec. See you in a minute. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bow, 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 bow. Potions are always handy to have. Being in focus is always nice. All right. Bum bum ba da bum bum. How are you still liking your stream deck money? You still hanging out? I must admit, I am super intrigued about the possibilities of a stream deck. I'm almost thinking I should just get that like monthly subscription like the app one and try it. Ooh. Man, I just feel like Elgato just like totally just makes just such great products. They make some good stuff. I am really curious about the what is the Stream Deck good for? It's like hotkeys essentially. So you can have like just one little click of a button can do like scene changes or like a whole entire scene transitions. I mean, you could have it like one click of a button can post like something in chat. Welcome back, Pilgrim. Yeah, you can do a lot of it. It's essentially like hotkey commands. And at first I was just like, I have no idea what I'd use this for. But after streaming for a while, I can just think of a couple decent things it could be used for, you know? It'd be cool to just click one button and just have like my light turn on, the camera turn on, software all pop up, just everything ready to go with a click of a button. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. You know? There's a lot of love for it, for the Elgato Stream Decks. A lot of people seem to really like it a lot. And, I mean, honestly, a lot of their stuff that I have just seems to work really, really good. Yeah, sounds convenient. Very much. It is very much a convenience first kind of item, you know? But I think it'd be pretty cool. Just lurking on Benji's stream? No, you're good, man. We're just kind of talking about Stream Deck and like how... I was just going to ask like how you're liking your Stream Deck so far. Because I'm thinking about doing the... You were saying you did the paid subscription, right? Give Benji my best as well. Tell him I say hi. Hope he's having an awesome stream. Smell of fire and blood. Must have been a huge battle on the other side of that gate. Something smell bad. I get bad feeling. Flower smell good. You smell flower. Queena does whatever she feels like doing. Interesting. I love how it's interesting how it says how Freya says Queena does whatever she or he feels like doing. I must learn from, but then says specifically his ways. Queena does whatever he feels like doing. I must learn from his ways. I don't think it's intentional, Freya. Freya does have a pretty cool hat. It's like, it almost looks like Vivi's mage hat a little bit, you know? Queen of the best grill. Best girl. No, if I had done as I'd pleased, I would have been... Zidane, this flower tastes good. See what I mean? But still. Let's go. Vermicia's just ahead. A high potion. Also Zidane Fury confirmed. Do you have a favorite like protagonist in any of the Final Fantasies, Pilgrim? Like maybe Squall or Lightning? I feel like I really like Zidane a lot, but he's not... I don't know. I don't know if I would say he's like one of my absolute favorites. I like how much different Zidane is compared to Cloud in 7 or Squall in 8. Like he's very extroverted, very flirty. It almost seems like Cloud and Squall are very low-key, and then Tidus and Zidane are very extroverted, you know? Squall, Lightning, and Cloud. Zidane's up there for me too. In Final Fantasy 13, how does Lightning kind of come off? Is she like a little bit more cold, kind of like Squall and Cloud, or is she a little bit more like extroverted, like Zidane and Tidus? Like, how would you describe Lightning? Like, if somebody had never played 13 and they're like, tell me about Lightning. Tidus would be my favorite, I guess. I love Tidus's energy. Lightning is cool too, but 13, but it was a hard to swallow game. Oh, did you not like 13 very much yourself? She is straightforward, like straight to the point kind of person. Like, doesn't mess around. She's somewhat aloof, is prone to anger, but is also shown to really care about people. She just has a hard time showing it depending on who you are. Very interesting. Somewhat aloof, is prone to anger, shown to really care about people. Very interesting. Is there another Final Fantasy character you could like compare her to? Like, she's kind of lightning-ish. Or is she just like so distinct in the kind of Final Fantasy realm? She's like her own thing. I liked 13-3. The other two not so much. I have never touched 2 or 3. Yeah, I've only touched 13 for like a little bit. Not enough to get like a full opinion on it, I feel like. Kind of like Cloud and Squall without the abandonment issues. She must have her own reasons for acting and doing the things she's doing, though, I assume, though. 13-2 gets a lot of praise, but has bored the hell out of me. She does. Me too. On, like, 13-2. Yeah, 13-2. I remember I picked it up one day in a... I think I picked it up one day in, like, a Blockbuster. Or Hollywood Video, if that was still a thing. I remember looking at the back and I saw there was like monster capturing that you could then use like in your party, and just right away I don't know if it was that, but I'm just like, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. Let's see, Lightning had to grow up way too young. She and Sarah lost her parents when they were young. Pokemon. Yeah, totally Pokemon vibes. That's totally the vibe I got. And I don't know if they meant to go that route, or maybe it's even implemented way better than I anticipate. But I was totally getting Pokemon vibes from reading the back of 13-2. Ni no Kuni. I've never played Ni no Kuni. Is it a really solid game? I never have played it, no. I feel like... Oh my goodness, if we're being honest, I feel like there's so many games I haven't played. It might be borderline embarrassing. It's kind of Pokemon, yeah. Though Ni no Kuni is probably a better comparison. Oh, to what 13-2 is. The story is amazing and it's beautiful. I love amazing and beautiful games. Have either of you ever played Breath of the Wild? If you hang around long enough on my stream, you'll definitely notice I play Breath of the Wild, or I bring up Breath of the Wild all the time. Nah, overrated trash. Are we talking Breath of the Wild overrated trash? And yeah, I did play Breath of the Wild, but the combat system was hard and the AI was dumb. Oh, and Ni no Kuni. No, I was memeing about Ni no Kuni. Oh god. I was like, dude, I don't think I've ever heard a single person say it's trash. Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite video game of all time that's not a Final Fantasy game. I would probably put like Final Fantasy 7 and 9 and Breath of the Wild. Those are probably like my 3 favorite games. They're so incredible. To be honest, I expected more of Breath of the Wild, but I think it's really, really good. What did you want more out of Breath of the Wild? Respectable. Yeah, I mean, if I was like, someone said you're going to an island and you can pick like 3 video games to bring with you for the rest of your life, I'd probably pick 7, 9, and Breath of the Wild. Ooh, Millionaire. I know that's a good one. Cool, cool. Let's see, more voice acting. I like that you can make a plane out of minecarts. Yes. Yes. The physics, honestly, the physics of Breath of the Wild has like completely changed the way I look at video games, and I'm not even exaggerating about that. Like, even when I played Remake, there was so much stuff where I was just like, so many times where I'm like, I see stairs over here. Why can I not climb them? Or like, why can I not climb this? Why can I not jump? Cloud, why can't you do this? Like, Breath of the Wild legitimately has changed the way I look at video games, at least from a physics standpoint in video games. Let's see. And more interconnected side quests, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of side quests in Breath of the Wild, though. What are they? The Korok seeds, and then you got the I mean, you got the shrines. I mean, you got like all the horse stuff. You have, I mean, there's a lot in Breath of the Wild, but you can always want more. I am extremely excited for whatever Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be. Like, I am just literally, when they announce on this date you can buy it, like very first day I'm pre-ordering it. I mean, with some of the voice acting in that game, do you really want more with it? Hard to agree on the physics and world traversal. Bloodborne will change the way you look at video games as well. That and Dark Souls. Dude, I'm excited. Like, I will definitely be playing Bloodborne. That'll be very... I'll say, Bloodborne will probably be up and coming on my game list. I'm really thinking this might be the last, like, Final Fantasy that I've played, that I have played. I think after this we might do like 13, then maybe after that we'll do 15, and then I think I am gonna start on Bloodborne. Literally everyone has just been telling me it's incredible, so I feel like I have to play it now. My top 3 are 7, God of War 4, ooh, and The Witcher 3. God of War, dude, the God of War on the PlayStation 4 is... Well, God of War, actually, I played God of War. I like got it first day it came out, I remember, because I loved the other 3. I was so excited for it, and I only played like 5 hours of it, and I completely just left it and stopped. I don't know why. I think just maybe stuff going on in life. I just couldn't like focus on the story, and then just for some reason I put it down, and then I picked it up like a year later, and it was hands down one of the greatest video games I've ever played in my entire life. So I was so spoiled because I played God of War, beat it, turned around, replayed it on like the harder difficulty, and then the very next game I played after God of War was Breath of the Wild. So those 2 games back to back was just like, it was like a religious experience, man. Some other games will end up being underwhelming because of the standard they set. See, I love games like that. I love games that just like change your perspective on art, change your perspective on what video games can be. Just, you know, I mean, if we're being honest, like Final Fantasy VII Remake legitimately changed my expectations of what music can be in video games. If there is one single thing in Remake that's a 10 out of 10 for me, that just like completely is so 10 out of 10, it has to be the music. The way they like revamped the music and just changed the setting and the tempo and the just everything with the music is like completely mind-blowing. So let's see, don't get me, though admittedly Dark Souls second half is weaker than the first half. Oh, of like the games. Oh, hi puppies, you come to say hi? You come to say hi? Hello, good to see you. Oh my goodness, hello. My puppies just gotta come say hi, I guess, all of a sudden. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I guess I heard too much about it before playing. And then Bloodborne is so good, a piece of art. I cannot wait to play Bloodborne. Literally, I don't think I've heard a single person say a single bad thing about Bloodborne, so yeah, I'm incredibly excited. Pretty much, yeah, they did a phenomenal job. All the reinterpretations of the OG tracks were perfection. I could not agree more, man. I could not agree more. It was so cute. That first time you see Eris House in the game literally took a breath. Dude, same. I had so many moments in Remake where I was just like jaw on the floor. Could not believe how well it was. Like when I saw Seventh Heaven, when I got off of the train after the bombing mission and you just hear like the world theme, like the music play, I legitimately dropped my controller in awe when the airbuster happened and that like guitar, like rock music kicked in. I like legitimately dropped my controller and was like, oh my god, this is a religious experience right now. So many moments. I can't wait to see it souped up on PC. Same, like Same. I cannot wait to see that 4K 60 frames a second. I was just looking, just all the time looking around and moving the camera. Yes, 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 so much. Man, I was telling my wife, I feel like the things I was so excited for was just to move the camera around and hear the characters talk. Just those two things were like what I was just looking forward to the most. Like hearing the banter, hearing Barrett and Cloud and Tifa and Aerith and NPCs and Ifalna and Rude and Reno and Rufus, just hear them talk. Just hear how they talk. And the writing, the voice acting was way better than I could have ever imagined it to be. Looking at the plates and saying, what the fuck am I playing? Is this real? Same. Like just going out in like Sector 7, like out of Tifa's bar, and just looking around and going like, holy crap. This was one painting in the original game, and now we just have a legit world. Could not agree more. I remember back in high school thinking how awesome it would be to have 7 remade with modern graphics and have a more action-based combat system, and being blown away how they did it. And I wish I was actually playing the remake. I was like, they did it. This is what I wished for and could see in my mind back. Seeing my mind back when I was a teen, totally. I totally agree. You know, and I feel like 7 is such a good one to remake because 8, like after playing 8 and playing 9, like they still hold up pretty damn well, you know? I mean, not everything's perfect, but like when you look at PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy games, 7 just looks so bad compared to 8. At least the character block models and stuff, like it just looked really odd compared to 8 and 9. So the way they just like completely revamped it, yeah, absolutely outstanding job. There's definitely people can have like some qualms about some things, which was just totally fine, but I think for the most part they really hit it out of the park. They really did an outstanding job. I have a few complaints that made me think it's a 9 out of 10, but emotionally for me it's a 10 out of 10. JP, have you seen Maximilian Dude's video breakdown of it? Dude, I think Max says the exact same thing. But yeah, like, I mean, there's definitely some things that are not perfect by any means. I haven't... He literally says the exact same thing. He's like, from a critical standpoint, there are some flaws and there are some not so perfect things, so give it like a 9 out of 10. But from a personal experience, it's so 10 out of 10. I totally agree. I think the moments that the game hits, it just like blows even so many other video games out of the water. Like the characterization between these characters and the way they talk to each other, the way they just relate to each other, you know, the worlds, the areas, like these are just very memorable pieces of art. I mean, no art form is perfect though. Totally agree. Totally agree. When that music hits, man, when that music hits, it is just chills up and down my spine. For me, the plate drop should have been more impactful by letting people... Oh, okay. I don't think Pilgrims got to Sector 7 plate drop yet, so I guess we'll try to not be too spoilery. I mean, although that was in the original, yeah. I haven't, no, okay. I mean, but that was even in the original, like, it's alluded to that a lot of people die and some people do escape. Oh, no. I know it happens, obviously, not sure how they do it in Remake. I love knowing, or I love that, like, you haven't been spoiled by it yet, because it's been out for 2 months now, so, like, the impact and all that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you said anything, like, spoilery, but, I mean, it's even alluded in the remake that some people get out, most people die. I keep myself in the dark when it comes to that. Super smart. I'm the same way. I am like, no spoilers. Please, no spoilers. So, I'm the exact same way. Even Bloodborne frame rate issues due to hardware limitations challenging dungeons being underwhelming and invasion and co-op being a little more cumbersome due to lore reasons. Please, I beg your forgiveness. I won't be able to carry this plane. I love it. I love it. It's like, I mean, people know, dude. People like, there are like legit people who just revel in spoiling games, and it's crazy. Oh, and like the Last of Us stuff, I'm the same way. I've been like staying away from anything that says The Last of Us Part 2. Literally, like if it says Last of Us Part 2, I'm staying away from it because I'm avoiding spoilers like something fierce, you know? It blows my mind. Remake does. Yeah, it really is great. I'm so excited for you to finish it. The ending will blow your mind, for better or worse. Yeah, I feel like just because, yeah, once you play it and kind of experience it thoroughly, then we can kind of talk more about it. Oh, it blows your mind, yeah. I don't watch game trailers at all anymore because the number of time companies have put, holy crap, same. Like, I watched every trailer for Remake, and the last, like, 2 is definitely, like, you did not have to put that much stuff. I mean, literally in Remake, they show a lot. They show so much in, like, the final trailer of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Avoiding spoilers is, or, like, not even watching gameplay trailers is incredibly wise. Spoiler heavy. Oh, the last trailer of Remake. Super spoiler heavy. Super. Like, I almost wish I didn't even watch it, honestly. I almost wish I didn't even watch it. You know, people who get their jollies out of spoiling things. There's a special place in video game hell. Maybe that's pretty aggressive. Yeah. Just don't spoil things for people. You know? Just don't spoil things for people. Yeah, I was originally going to hold off on getting Remake early, but after playing the demo, I was like, I know I'm going to love this, so I'm just going to get it. Releasing that demo, I bet probably got them an extra 1 million copies sold. I just desperately wish companies would do that, you know? Like, it doesn't even have to be the very first chapter of a game, but like, yeah. I mean, even if we got that demo up to like the Guard Scorpion and then the run out, like we did get in the demo, but like, even if it's like a half hour, like video game companies should release demos. They should let people try a real taste of the game. And if it's good, more people will buy it. And I'm sure they're probably worried that if it's bad, so many people will not buy it. But like, if you're confident in your product, confident enough to release it for sale for $60, then yeah, I think there should be a demo for it. It's almost 2 a.m. here. I'm gonna sleep. You have an awesome rest of your night, JP. Get some good rest, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Only semi-kappa. All right. Actually, I was literally just about to probably call it myself, because I do gotta kind of get a little bit more things going on. So I think this is right in front of Burmecia is actually a really solid place to call it. So you beat me like one minute ahead. So I think I am gonna call it for today. I've just had an absolutely outstanding time talking to you, Pilgrim, talking to you, JP. Money, it's always a pleasure, my friend. So I think before we end though, we got to do a raid though. Y'all down to do a raid? Glad I caught your stream, dude. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Yeah, love chatting with you. Hope to see you in the future. I love just having good conversations with good people. You know, that to me is my absolutely just most favorite part about, you know, playing on Twitch and just chatting with people is just good conversation, hearing opinions. Sure thing, man. Glad our shared love of Barrett brought us together. John Bentley needs to win something for Barrett. I can't even tell you just how much love I have for his performance as Barrett in Remake. He is literally my MVP of Remake. Definitely. Alright. So my buddy Benji, I think he's playing I think he's playing Pokemon. Right, Money? Is Benji playing Pokemon? Oh, he's playing Star Wars Jedi. When Barrett started singing dude, there were so many times in Remake when Barrett was on screen where I was just, yeah, literally ear to ear grinning. I'm like, the victory fanfare is so good. It's so Barrett. Like, the way they just added so much character to Barrett is just absolutely phenomenal. Just so good. I really hope, like, I don't know if there are like Oscars or anything for video games, but I really hope he wins some kind of award. You know, some kind of award for Remake. In the middle of Rocket League, then moving on to Pokemon, it's in about 15 minutes. All right, let's go raid Benji. I don't know if I've raided Benji before. He's just a super, super cool dude. Super positive, super funny. So, we're gonna go raid Benji, give him some love, give him a follow, you know, and then I'll be back same time tomorrow as always, my friends, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, bright early in the morning. So, hope you have an awesome rest of your day, my friends. Stay safe out there, too. And it is raid time. What?